100 degrees. I'll let you know when readings drop to the 40s.
A hiker grateful to be alive.
I slipped on one of these rocks. Then I woke up, with people already attending to me.
Who his family is searching for as he recovers from a 50-foot fall. Plus,
I think it reflects who we are a little bit better.
Boy Scouts of America is rebranding. What they're doing to be more inclusive here in Colorado.
you are taking a live look at a sweltering Denver metro area. It's currently 96 degrees. We've cooled down from the highs, and we did set a record high for this day. Glad you're with us for Denver 7 News at 5 tonight. I'm Shannon Ogden.
And I'm Jessica Porter. We hope you're staying cool out there.
Chief Meteorologist Mike Nelson is going to kick things off. We are under a weather action day because of that heat, Mike.
Yes, a rare heat advisory in effect for the I-25 corridor for tomorrow afternoon. This is very common in other parts of the country where they have higher humidity, which makes it harder for sweat to be effective at cooling you. But around here with temperatures tomorrow near 100 degrees, and actually the dry air, it'll be very easy for people to become dehydrated if you're working or exercising outside and could suffer from heat stroke. So be really, really careful. Now there is a little rain showing up over southwestern Colorado, but notice it's going the wrong way. It's moving away from us. That's due to very light winds aloft. These are the observed highs today. It was worse out at Ray with 104, 101 at Greeley, and Sterling 98 degrees in Denver, and we are still holding at 96, as you mentioned, with triple digits still in many areas. So our weather headlines: more record heat. Will break the record easily tomorrow and Thursday, but there is relief coming by Friday and Saturday. You'll like what I have to show you in the 7-day forecast.
Can't wait. Thank you, Mike. Well, this record heat is cutting the school day short for students in more than 24 schools in DPS. 48 schools in the district don't have AC, and the Denver Public School District says on days like today, some third-floor east-facing classes can reach over 90 degrees. So the school days are ending early, or kids aren't going at all for the next few days.
The kids have to be able to learn, and you can't learn or the teachers can't teach when it's 99 degrees and there's 30 plus students in a class. It is what it is, and we just have to, just like a snow day.
Well, right now the district says it's early enough that cutting days won't impact the overall length of the school year. You'll be contacted directly by your kid's school if there are changes being made.
An incredible story out of Estes Park. A hiker on Chasm Lake Trail fell 50 feet onto rocks and survived, and that fortunate man tonight is recovering.
And as Denver 7's Patrick Perez found out, it's primarily thanks to fellow hikers in the right place at the right time.
I should have died.
George Delgado is speaking with us from his hospital bed nearly a week after surviving what medics told him was a 50-foot fall.
I feel incredibly blessed, honestly, because it could have been so much worse.
He and his friend had finished taking a dip in Chasm Lake last Thursday morning near Longs Peak before heading back down.
I slipped on one of these rocks, and I remember falling on my butt, and I started to slide off the rock. So there's nothing to really grab, and I just knew I was going to fall.
All George remembers is waking up surrounded by a group of hikers who came to his rescue.
They had my wounds being covered, and they had applying compression. I had a bleed out from my hip. The bone was sticking out. The other two had satellite phones.
What made their efforts even more surprising, George and his friend had specifically picked this time of day to avoid the crowds.
It's amazing considering the fact that it was empty right before I fell. That would have been disastrous if I fell and there was nobody around.
His mother, Carmen, is sure surviving this fall wasn't just pure luck.
I'm extremely thankful for all the people that gave their support to Georgie. And I truly believe that either it was my husband or a lot of angels around him that cushioned his fall.
Doctors told George he'll need about 3 months of rehab and physical therapy to recover from his injuries.
It has me a little anxious and frustrated, but I have to remind myself that I'm blessed to be here.
But he knows it could have been a lot worse had those hikers not been there to help him.
I want these people to know that I'm very thankful, and I'll forever thank them. I feel very blessed, and it's because of them that I'm alive today.
George says he really wants to connect with the hikers who rescued him so he could thank them for their efforts. If you know anyone who was there Thursday morning or looks familiar in this photo, let us know so we can make that connection. In the studio, I'm Patrick Perez, Denver 7.
Incredible story. Thank you, Patrick. Well, in a couple of hours, we'll have a better idea if Netherlands police force has enough officers to be fully staffed. As it stands right now, there's only one full-time officer. It's Chief, and he's set to leave the department at the end of the month. The department is supposed to have 6 officers on staff. The board meeting is at 7 o'clock. The Boulder County Sheriff's Department will provide extra duty coverage this month.
Well, in Memphis tonight, police now say they have found the body of missing mother and teacher Eliza Fletcher. She went missing 3 days ago while on a run near the University of Memphis campus. Police say that is when someone, an alleged suspect in this case, forced her into a black SUV. Her body was found behind an empty duplex yesterday and her identity confirmed today. The suspect has been arrested and facing murder charges.
It was a somber return to the classroom today in Uvalde, Texas. The school year was originally supposed to start in August, but was pushed back to give everyone in the community more time to prepare after the deadly shooting that happened at Robb Elementary School in May. Students and teachers are now at different schools as the Robb Elementary campus is completely closed. There's also more security at the surrounding schools in the area.
And one Denver Metro school district now is rolling out a new program that will allow you to make sure your child has made it safely to school.
The Cherry Creek School District is giving kids who ride the bus a special card. Denver 7's Veronica Acosta explains parents can now follow the ride.
Excited to get on the bus?
It might not seem like it, but Eli Kim loves riding the school bus.
You always like riding the bus.
The second grader has been taking the bus for a year. The nerves his mom once felt standing here waiting for him to get on and eventually get off are now mostly gone. And soon, this technology will help rid that feeling completely.
I'm really just thankful that the district values the safety of our students.
Cherry Creek School District has already started giving out these RFID cards. They're part of its Ride 360 program. Every single student will get one. Their purpose is simple.
It's really about providing peace of mind to our parents that they know where their bus is, they know when their kid is on the bus, and they know where the kid got off the bus.
The system sends parents a notification when their student gets on and off the bus. It also tracks that bus, not the student, and drivers like Angela McCallman like it too.
I feel like it's 100% safe because we can turn the volume up on this and drive and don't even have to look at it.
She no longer has to rely on this binder to tell her where students are and how to get them.
If I didn't know where I was going and I'd have to look at this red book, I'd be scrambling all over the place. I'd have to call dispatch and be like, oh, can you get me to the stop?
Sending Eli off like a big kid and mom with a weight lifted off her shoulders. I'm Veronica Acosta, Denver 7.
And those RFID cards are being rolled out to students now. Now, all students will get these cards, even if they don't ride a bus to and from school, for field trips and sporting events.
Extreme weather is hitting around the world when the U.S. could feel the impacts of Tropical Storm K after it tore through parts of Mexico. Plus,
how do you move forward and build a society of true belonging and equity?
Bridging the racial divide in the metro with music, how you can join in.
And it's almost game day for the Broncos. We're hearing one-on-one from head coach Hackett ahead of kickoff.